Ages means a decade before. A decade before means 10 years before. Today, whatever the name what we see as SAP BTP, and we have gathered to understand this more from a technical prospects and as well as functional prospects and as well as a development prospects. To understand more about it, I have to take you back to 2012, right? So, according to my knowledge, guys, the cloud concept has come in the world in which year? Say 2010. So, why this cloud concept has come? First of all, let us have an understanding. Got it? So, everyone concentrate on this. We are going to understand the reason behind why this BTP administration is asked in today's world, and what all the different aspects we have in BTP administration, and how we are going to cover one aspects. And ultimately, in a matter of month, we should be reaching to such a stage that we can claim ourselves as a BTP admin as well, or any prospects which is an administration work in BTP we should be able to do. To to make you understand this and to do these things practically, I have to give you a foundation of a cloud. So, guys, at one point of time, I can say before 2010, if you and me are owning a company, suppose any one of you have decided that I want to start an IT company, right? So, in that IT company, I want to develop some application. So, that is my prospects. So, for that, what I have to do first? Firstly, I have to think about hardware. Yes or no? So, to develop any application, we need to have a hardware first. Got it? So you went to a hardware procurement vendors. You have a listing of a hardware procurement people, wherein you can say any hardware vendor, you can go and take the quotation from them. I need this specification hardware. So RAM should be this much, hard disk should be this much, processing speed should be this much, or I need a hyperscaler server, right? So you went and you got the quotation. So possibly whatever the environment you are planning to develop in your in-house or in your data center, it is costing you in crores, for example. So after procuring the hardware, the next thing what we have to decide is operating system. So for operating system, which operating system we are going to adopt so that we can develop our application? If you start thinking from that prospects, majorly you have a choice of Microsoft operating systems and any flavor of Unix operating systems. So after you having your hardware with you in your data center, you have to get a quotation for operating system licenses. So what I have done, I have called Microsoft vendors, I have called even Unix and Linux vendors as well. So everyone have given their own quote that for one operating system user license, this is the cost. So you have invested another 30, 40 lakhs in this operating system. So you got an hardware for crore rupee, and you have got your operating system license for another 30 lakhs. So 1.3 crores you have already spent on operating system and hardware. So after that, what is that you're planning to develop? I'm planning to develop an application on a Java based, on a .NET based, or any open source for that matter. So for that also you need to have a license taken. So you have invested another 20 lakhs on that. So 1.5 crores you have to invest before you think of developing any application. And then top of it, I have to hire employees who can do a development for me. So they will be sitting in my company and they will be developing that application. So everything is a costly affair, right? So before you think of developing a software application, you have to have this much investment done. So this was a big pain for any person who want to start up his own company. So when people are struggling with such type of investment, the world has come with a concept of, what is that concept, guys? First has come in the world, that is IaaS. What do you call that concept as? Infrastructure as service. So then some cloud providers have got come into existence. Today we take the names as AWS, we take the names as Azure, you take the names of Google, you take the names of Alibaba. These kind of people have done what? In place of you buying a hardware, they started buying the hardware for you, right? So after buying their hardware, they have deployed the hardware in the data center and they started giving infrastructure, that is the hardware as service, right? There is no need you to buy any hardware hereafter. Shraddha, are you listening here? There is no need you to buy a hardware or operating system or any application license or any software license hereafter. Rather, some cloud providers are doing this for you. And what do you call this concept as? IaaS. So now, guys, if you've got your pen and paper, I want you guys to make a note of this particular thing because this is a foundation behind why BTP exists today. Right? Write down the heading as BTP. So I am going to bring you guys into group to make you understand why this concept of BTP has come into the world and why it has become very important for every basis admin to have a knowledge, and you should be able to work on BTP. What is it all together? So for this information is very important. Write down the heading as SAP BTP, that is your business technology platform. And underneath it, you write down IaaS, IaaS, which stands for infrastructure as service. And underneath it, you need to write down a small definition so that you have it handy with you. Write down, it is a cloud computing model. It is a cloud computing model where where cloud providers where cloud providers host where cloud providers host essential IT infrastructure, host essential IT infrastructure. Right, guys? So who are the people who are known for this particular thing today? AWS. What is AWS stands for, guys? Amazon Web Services. What is next? Azure. Azure is a cloud environment started by whom? Microsoft. And then GCP, what you say today? This is Google Cloud Providers. And then we have another cloud provider as Alibaba. And Indian based, if you ask me, what is that, guys? Control. So let us write down here. Control S. So these all are cloud providers for us. Or rather, in short, we can also write it as CTRLS. That means your control key, CTRLS. So these people are cloud providers. What they started doing, guys, they started selling infrastructure, not selling exactly, they started giving infrastructure on a rent, right? So instead of me spending, I was giving you a short story about if I have to start an IT company, I need a hardware and all. Now, after you having this concept in the world, there is no need you to buy your own hardware or an operating system or any other license for any software. So what you can do today you can just log in and say, I want to have a subscription either from AWS or Azure or GCP, Alibaba or Control S. they have their own tariff. So for this much hardware, this much of RAM, this much of processor, this much of hard disk, this is the cost monthly. So you can write down extension with that: server, storage, and networking hardware on demand. So what do you call this concept as? IaaS. So this has come in the world. So this made the life easy for a company who is startup. The startup company, there is no need to neither buy a hardware nor buy licenses for operating systems or any other software or any other different what do you say, products what we use as Microsoft Office or what you use as Adobe or PDF format. Nothing is required now, because everything they started giving it on infrastructure initially. So after you understanding this infrastructure as service, this they provide only hardware initially, right? On which again an operating system and all that depends, like how much you want, what is the cost and all. So after this, the next comes PaaS, PaaS. What does PaaS stands for, guys? Platform as service. Platform as service. You need to write down what does this platform as service is doing, is helping us with now. Write down. It's a cloud computing model. It's a cloud computing model where a third party providers delivers hardware, software, softwares to develop over internet, to develop over internet. So here only hardware and networking. Here what we have got now, software and other tools as well. Got it? Now write down the best example of PaaS is SAP BTP. The best example of PaaS is SAP BTP. And finally, what we have, guys, SaaS, SaaS. What do you call it as? Software as service. What does software as service help with? Write down. It is a cloud computing model where a provider host a software applications on a remote server, and delivers them to the users or the internet on subscription, Here you have only software applications which are already developed. So fundamentally, whoever is planning to learn BTP, everyone should have an understanding about IaaS, BaaS, SaaS. Anyone have any question on this? When the world was only going for IaaS, it was only a hardware. Next, the people who want infrastructure and as well as the software and other tools, that is PaaS. Now, if anyone want to use already a developed application, that concept is, so any example for this, guys? SAP what? Ariba. So today, most of the people who are working or not working, they understand SAP Ariba. SAP Ariba has specific, what do you say, uh, business features through which a specific business feature can be deployed on this. Or what we have today, SaaS, SAP BIW. Replacement of BIW is what, guys? SaaS. What is that? The name itself is SaaS. SAP BW. You can write down SaaS. BIW today. or BW. Today we have what we call SaaS or SAC, sorry, SAC, SAP SAC. An example for SaaS is Ariba and SAC. So everyone, whoever is turning towards or thinking about learning administration on BTP, they have to have an understanding about these three things. So guys, more or less, it's not a demonstration. This is a foundation class for your BTP administration. So after you having an understanding on this, then what all the cloud providers, what you have in the world, write down. Today, the cloud providers or known cloud providers are Amazon Web Services, Azure, Azure, then GCP, Alibaba, Control S, etc. So guys, for that matter, SAP has its own cloud, but still they use the services of AWS and Azure. Even SAP servers are deployed on the data centers of AWS and Azure only, or GCP only. So even though they have their own data center, IBM has their own cloud, Wipro has their own cloud, TCS has their own cloud. Every company has their own cloud today. And we have deployed lot many VMs on them. And we have got our own SAP softwares loaded and deployed and ready to work on these systems. So this is your Virtuality Cloud. Eventually, wherever is required, you can access our systems to do your practicals. Got it? You see that we have systems from R3 to S/4HANA. So this is, we can also claim that this is my cloud. And the only thing is I don't give any subscriptions. These are specifically for our students. So, and what is cloud computing today and how it has started and presently where it is, right? So after you understanding this, guys, a simple diagram may even explain you things much better. You can see this here. This is cloud computing. So this, in one sense, you might have seen it as a cloud, but it is a hardware. On this hardware, you can deploy your mobile applications, or mobile, and as well as other applications. You can have your database. So today, the cloud is divided into three different things. One is private cloud. In this private cloud, what you're going to get? Storage, servers. And then we have a public cloud. In this public cloud, so that means apart from you on that hardware, you have some other customers' hardware for this cloud also. Supposing I have developed our own cloud here in version IT. I don't have any hardware what is seen here. I don't have. So still I want this environment. What I would do, I would go to any cloud provider and I would ask. Now you can see if I want to have an S/4HANA deployed in my application. So what is that hardware I need? 128 GB, 8 processor machine, 5 terabyte of hard disk. On this particular environment, we have deployed S/4HANA. So I can just go and subscribe this hardware from any cloud provider and start paying them monthly. So instead of doing this, now what my cloud provider would do, they would create one VM for me. Like me, any other training environment, they can go to them and ask like they want separate hardware with they want a separate environment for deploying their application related to Java. So on a single hardware, which is of a terabyte and 7 terabyte hard disk and 24 processors, they will divide this environment. One VM is provided to me, another VM is provided to any other customer of his. So this kind of environment, we call it as, I need a dedicated server for me. On this particular server, no one else should be there, or no other customer service should be there. So this is my private cloud. So first of all, before I go further, everyone have to have an understanding about what is a private cloud, what is a public cloud, and what is hybrid cloud. Hybrid means I have my applications in my data center, and as well as I have taken some subscriptions as well. So write down today, cloud providers are classified. Cloud providers are classified into three types. Into three types. Number one, private cloud. Private cloud, a subscription. It is a subscription providing a separate infrastructure dedicated to one customer only. One customer only. Next, public cloud. Next, what is public cloud, guys? Write down. In this subscription, in this subscription, one infrastructure, one infrastructure is provided. One infrastructure is provided to multiple customers. Multiple customers. Next, hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud. In such environment, a customer has a data center along with systems on subscriptions. Systems on subscriptions. I hope like you guys have got this understanding as well. So now we are tending towards what is BTP, but still we have certain understanding to be done. Now, guys, if you want to understand SAP world here, when SAP has entered into a cloud business, now write down the first cloud environment proposed by SAP was in year 2012. Was in year 2012, and it is named as SAP NetWeaver Cloud. SAP NetWeaver Cloud. And what is that we call it as, guys? We call it as Neo. We call it as Neo. So, guys, the same environment in 2013, right on, in 2013, it is renamed as SAP HANA Cloud Platform. SAP HANA Cloud Platform as SAP HCP. In 2017, it is again renamed as SAP Cloud Platform, that is SAP SCP. SAP SCP. And guys, in this year 2021, SAP has come up with a concept of SAP Business Platform, that is SAP BTP. Now, if you claim that I am working on SAP BTP, maximum how many years experience you have to have on BTP now? By then, 5 years, not even 5 years, 4 years plus. So bear it in your mind. Tomorrow, if you have to claim any project that I have done it on BTP, your project timeline should be after 2021 only. Don't say like in 2019 I have worked on cloud. So if you say also, you should be able to say that I was working on something like 2012 on NetWeaver Cloud, and then HANA Cloud Platform or SAP Cloud Platform in various years. This becomes very important for you. But specifically, if you are saying what I worked on BTP, means it should be after 2021 only. Now write down. There are four major pillars of SAP BTP. Four major pillars of SAP BTP. SAP BTP. Number one, database and database management. Database and database management. The first pillar, write down. This pillar serves as foundation of SAP BTP. Foundation of SAP BTP, comma, ensuring ensuring enterprise can store, access, comma, process, and integrate data effectively across both cloud and on-premises landscape. On-premise landscape. So, guys, if tomorrow when you are attending any interview, the first question what people like to ask you from is, tell me the history of BTP. There can be a common question so that you remember some dates and speak about it. What was BTP called earlier? That can also be a question. And the very important question are, what are the four pillars of BTP? The first pillar is database and database management, right? And then what is the key solution on this? Example of database and database management. Write down SAP HANA Cloud, SAP HANA Cloud, SAP Data Intelligence, and Data Warehouse Cloud. Data Warehouse Cloud. That's the first pillar. The second pillar is analytics. So, guys, what do you see in this analytics? This pillar transforms raw data into insights actionable insights, enable organizations to plan, forecast trends, comma, understanding performance, and making proactive decisions. And making proactive decisions. Making proactive decisions. So, guys, the examples for this are, as I said, like a SAC, right? SAP Analytic Cloud and SAP BW for HANA. This is for analytics. This is for data management. And next, application development and integration. Application development and integration. Guys, what does this application development integration signifies? Write down. Allows business to build customer applications or custom applications. I'm sorry. Build custom applications, automate workflow, and extends of the shelf software to meet business processes or to meet unique business processes, and it can also connect SAP and non-SAP systems streamlessly. An example for this is SAP Integration Suite and SAP Extension Suite. Integration Suite. And the final pillar is intelligent technology. Intelligent technology. Write down. It incorporates next generation technology to automate operations, comma, provide predictive insights, and bring smart functionalities into enterprise. So, guys, what are the key solutions for this? SAP AI Business Service, then IoT service, and generative assistance with SAP Joule. Nowadays a lot of people ask me about this. What is this SAP Joel? Joel or Joel, what people pronounce it as. What is SAP Joel, guys? It is intelligent technology which helps in incorporating automatic operations. So these are the four pillars. Now guys, coming back to the demo. So guys, more or less, this was not a class that has prepared for a demo. In one sense, this is the first class of understanding, because mostly everyone who joins our classes are our students. So I might have discussed about BTP or some glimpse of BTP in our old classes also. But the people who are new to this particular class, so for them, this information is very informative. So now coming back to your demonstration, guys, most of the people will have different perceptions about SAP BTP. Now, cloud platform, the future understanding of this. So now, where do you think like this BTP fits? Now, I like to discuss with the new people and make them understand, having one-to-one question if they have, right? If they have any questions on this BTP, I'll be clarifying this particular things here itself. We have tried making people understand what is BTP all about and where the foundation of this BTP has come into existence. On top of it, if you have any questions, you can ask me about this amount. So for everything, you need a connector. In our classes, we are not only going to make you understand that how you're going to make this platform ready, wherein you can connect our SAP servers, but also you're going to make an environment ready for people who are non-SAP people, say Java people, say .NET people. We are going to have their services active so that they can land onto that platform and start doing their developments. And for a basis admin, we can understand that to be a platform wherein we can do a monitoring of our in-house servers, and as well as we can also do a monitoring of the servers which are kept in cloud as well. So here we have majorly all the aspects of whatever you have done in your past. So what you can do, you can have a user security on this. You can have your other part which is called as majorly your Fury administration on this, wherein you can connect your regular on in-house servers and do your monitoring and all aspects. These are different things what we are going to learn in our classes. Okay, after you understanding what is that syllabus we are going to discuss in our class tomorrow. Okay, Charishma.
Yeah, okay, got it.
So this work is a kind of an extension of whatever you are doing as a basis admin all these years. What all the things what we have as a BTP classes here. So we can start with an introduction class, guys, foundation introduction, and then we have different classes what we have to discuss. First class, second class, third class. You can see how to create a global account wherein we are going to have your introduction and foundation. So we are going to have a global account. We are going to have BTP on prime to how to connect to have a cloud connector, how we are going to go with your BaaS. So guys, why did I keep this folder? Because we have all the documents ready. We have taken this particular classes earlier as well. So when I open this particular document, you will be having a procedure through which we can do this. So after the class, we are going to make you understand what is this all about, and then we have covered everything in practical, how we are going to deal with your practical subject here. So we have given some insight, everything, and now when your practical starts, you can see your practical first class, how to go and create your global accounts, sub accounts, and all stuff. We have given you step by step, and as well as we have captured entire screenshots for you. So in these way, every class what we are going to discuss, already documents are ready, and these are the sessions what we are going to discuss. You can see we have your on-premises to cloud connection, we have BaaS, we have how to go for Eclipse, how your CTMS should be done, what is this GitHub concept, and how BTP even starts up alerts, which alerts can come to your email to look into the servers if you have any inconsistency, and how we are going to configure a Fury environment on a BTP. and how your identity management, even we have that one here. So next, what we have is how to go for HTML activation, monitoring, and then backups, and how mobile infrastructure or mobile apps should be developed here, and how your DevOps connects via BTP platform. These all things are part and parcel of our class now, wherein we are going to discuss one topic in one day. So are you saying like, and I'm going to make you guys understand this as a topics tomorrow, wherein we are going to discuss what is the coverage or scope of your basis administration work. So you might be saying like, everything what we are going to do hereafter, everything is already prepared. So we are going to guide you this through this, showing you the practical. And once the practical class is done by us, we are going to give you this document so that you can enter into BTP platform and then perform this activity.
Sir, one basic doubt is that as in regular SAP basis administration task we are performing, uh, while upgrading to BTP, we will also have to do the same monitoring and verification over there also as well.
So hopefully you should not compare our basis administration with BTP administration beta. You have to understand that BTP administration is extension of basis administration. So the concepts remains the same. But here on the BTP platform, how to activate certain services, right? This is the major scale of our classes. How to activate that service and how to connect to a backend system with wherein you're going to give an environment for people to log in and work on that. So you're not supposed to understand that in my regular work I am doing user administration. So in a BTP also we have to do user administration. In regular administration I do client administration. You should not think like on a BTP also you're going to have a client. It's only a platform wherein we are going to activate different services step by step, creating our accounts there. So everyone have to create your account, and then whatever we are going to teach you step by step, one concept every day, you guys are going to do that practically on your own account. So ultimately, in every company, BTP accounts are created. We can log in, and we can provide that login to different users depending on their job role in the company, right? Basis people will have their own job role so that you can access a particular part. Developers can log into an environment for developing things. Functional people can do only this part of configuration on a BTP. So in this way, various people work in your organization. They will be having their own deliverables. So now when it comes to your basis admin, what we are going to do here is providing the environment. As we regularly load a system, create a client and perform a client copy and all, make a system ready for them to log in and work. Similar way, we are going to make the platform ready, a cloud platform ready, wherein people can log in, whether it's SAP related people or non-SAP related people. Now tell me, what is the use of a DevOps in for a basis guy? Yeah. So what is this identity management for a basis guy? What is a Fury related to basis guy? What is this transport management system for a basis guy? So in these way, our topics are. So are you getting it? So we are going to have this particular thing as our course. So how many services you have on a BTP? We have to have understanding. For this particular customer, how many we have to activate? So how we are going to activate that? And after activating this in our company, who is going to log into that environment and work on that particular activation? These all things will be understood by you step by step. Hope Ranjan, you are not supposed to compare our regular basis work with your BTP administration work, Amma.
Yes, sir. Now clearly understood.
And now you have to understand it's an extension for you.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Right. Jay
Sir,
Prakash.
greetings. Yeah,
Srikant, tell me.
yeah, sir, greetings, sir. Myself, Shrikant. This is my first class, sir.
Hmm.
So, so I have been working into IT for the last 13 years. I'm
Hmm.
having only 3 years of basis experience in the beginning. Later, I moved into, operations management and service delivery. Just, have a question, sir. Do I need basis knowledge to learn BTP, or it's not required? It's completely, as I'm again asking the same question. You might have already clarified just before. Just would like to understand, can I work on, particularly on SAP BTP, or do I need to have, complete knowledge on SAP basis as well?
So Srikant, whatever the knowledge you have gained in last 3 years, that should be more than enough.
Not last 3 years, sir. In the beginning, I mean, like in the beginning, in 2013 to 2016, I worked as a SAP basis administrator. Later, I moved into, management, sir.
So you are very clear about how SAP systems work and what kind of administration we do on SAP servers.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. That knowledge is more than enough for you.
All right. Do I need to brush up, or can I directly work on SAP BTP?
Wherever it's required, I'm going to make you brush up on
All
that
right,
part.
sir. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, great, great. All right, sir.
So
Thank you so much. Yeah.
don't you
Great day,
worry.
sir.
Yeah, yeah, great. So, guys, thanks for your time. Let us catch up tomorrow to understand the syllabus, and as well as I would be giving you a brief idea about the difference between a regular basis administration, which happens on premises, a traditional basis administration work, comparing with SAP Raise work, comparing with SAP Grow with SAP work, in comparison with your BTP work. I'm going to give you one tablet apart from discussing about your entire scope. Okay, guys?